retired metalhead weatherman here. Hope you guys are doing well. Got a little bit going on today and a little bit going on in the coming days, so we're just gonna jump right into it. Have an ongoing severe weather threat. In fact, let me refresh this page because I think it's been a little bit of time has passed since I last updated it. Okay, there we go. I was expecting a severe thunderstorm watch to be issued up here in this enhanced risk region towards North Dakota, and lo and behold, here we are. That was issued about 20 minutes ago, and we had a slight risk that was over here in the northeast earlier that has produced some damaging winds and a couple of hail reports, but not too much going on there. Now our main focus for tonight shifts towards North Dakota and over towards the northern tier of the country, towards Minnesota and Wisconsin, maybe even the UP of Michigan. But we have a lot of severe weather to talk about tonight. We got a bigger threat for severe weather tomorrow. This could also be upgraded to an enhanced risk, possibly. I don't see a super high likelihood in that. In fact, this area has been trimmed back even more since yesterday from what I saw. But there is still a 2% tornado threat there now. The hail and wind threat are about the same right now. We'll have to watch and see what this decides to do. We're going to go back to day one. We're going to talk about that first. And we're going to take a quick look at all the hazards for tonight. We'll go over that, and then we'll go over the next several days as far as severe weather is concerned. So the hail threat is off to the west. The worst of the hail threat and the significant hail threat is just about over. Maybe towards the western half of North Dakota, you guys might still need to be on guard for that, especially over towards Minot. And then the wind report stretches through almost all of northern North Dakota, I should say. That's going to be our main threat with this here. And there is a hatch risk as well that stretches even into central North Dakota. And then of course we have our tornado threat on the northern end of this. Go ahead and take a look at day two. We already mentioned that actually. We're going to go to day three. Day three, the threat shifts to the east. Looking at the Ohio Valley at risk here. Almost anywhere from Cincinnati up through Cleveland and even towards the Lake Erie, or I would say Lake Erie or Lake Ontario. I can never remember the Great Lakes, but towards the eastern half of the Great Lakes, we'll have to be watchful for some severe weather, especially in the slight risk region. I think all modes are possible, but the likelihood is going to be, in all likelihood, we are going to be looking at severe wind gusts and large hail. Not ruling out tornadoes, but that's just our main threat during this time of year. Most of the time, this isn't really a setup that kind of lends itself to a tornado threat at all. Alright, so there's day three. We'll look at the hazard types tomorrow. Might go into further detail about that. And then on day four, we have the threat returning to the northeast. This time, a little bit north of the Long Island region. Maybe around New England, we'll have to be watching you guys for severe weather, even into Maine. I mean, with as warm as it's been, and this has actually been record warm for the entire planet, really. Almost all the countries are above average right now and experiencing even excessive heat in a lot of cases. Britain is one such area that's experiencing record high temperatures and even heat emergencies, so that just goes to show everybody's really feeling it. But for day four, which will be Thursday, we'll have to look at Burlington, Portland, Boston, Springfield, Mass, and Albany, New York. Have to see what this will bring to us. But I'm also thinking this will be a damaging wind threat, but there may also be a small tornado threat as well. That's just pretty much been the mode for this last storm system, I would say. And we're still in a pretty active pattern, so I do expect to see predictability too low through days 4 through 8. But we're mainly going to be highlighting these next couple of days in particular as far as severe weather. With there being mostly a damaging wind threat, we're going to look at the mid-level jet. I'm not going to be too concerned about the low-level jet due to the simple fact that our tornado threat is so low. Not surprising here that we have a good bit of energy over here towards the north and east, towards the Delmarva and mid-Atlantic regions. Have a 40 knot, 40, maybe even 50 knot jet, or 45 knot jet, excuse me. Same can be said over here around North Dakota. And then as we get into the morning hours, we'll watch this setup around here. And it's going to be interesting to see how this all unfolds come Tuesday afternoon and then Tuesday evening, especially towards the southern region here. I think that this could become favorable for a line of thunderstorms here. And this will only intensify further when we get into Thursday, possibly. And on Friday, on Thursday, wow, I cannot get anything right here. On Thursday, it's pretty much the same deal. Line of storms coming through the northeast. And come Friday morning, I would say a lot of this is going to clear out. And there may be some lingering wind energy behind that. It may cool down the temperatures. I would like to think that, but it's kind of hard to say right now. Well, let's go ahead and look at the low-level jet anyway. Just to cross our T's and dot our I's here. Let's wait for this to load. And like I said, our main tornado threats are going to be right about here. We'll look over here. We'll look towards this region for tonight, but for the most part, our greatest threat, excuse me, is going to be actually towards the western half of Minnesota, because you can almost see the spin right here. So I definitely see what the SPC could be talking about, but it's nothing concrete. This definitely lends itself towards more of a damaging wind threat, I would say, based off what I'm seeing from the wind barbs. But this pushes further and further off to the east. I do see a slight increase in turning of the winds with height, but I don't know. The upper level forcing looks like it's a little bit further north, so it could limit things. I don't know. It's one of those really conditional type forecasts where one little tilt in this storm's track could change a lot of things. Do I expect a tornado outbreak regardless? No. But this does warrant some attention at least. We go towards Thursday here, and low-level jet not very robust. Mainly going to be looking at damaging wind threats. Spin up is possible, but I wouldn't hold my breath. I wouldn't be too concerned about it. So now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the mixed layer cape. Just see what kind of environment these storms are going to be working with over the next few days. I'm going to actually put this in loop to try to speed things along here. Now keep in mind, the Euro is not great at picking up cape in the short range, so these cape values could very much be higher. So there's a little disclaimer there, but even then, you're still seeing cape values around 4,000 plus. Definitely checks out with the increased damaging wind threat. Even in the days like Wednesday and Thursday, which are a little further out, cape values can sometimes be underdone. We're still getting into those 3,000s and 35, and even a couple spots getting towards 3,500. So we'll have to be watching there. Also watching some of these higher cape values in the southeast. Marginal risk could be in store for some of these areas throughout the week, so we'll have to watch that real close. And there isn't really too much I can go off of here as far as surface base cape or anything like that, so we're not going to really worry about that. We're just going to go ahead and push all the way to what the radar could look like over the next 90 hours. It's about 3.5 days, I would say, that we're looking into here. So here's our current storm system now that's causing our severe weather around North Dakota and parts of Montana. We'll watch this roll off to the east, and towards the evening hours, tomorrow we'll have to watch this line of storms. I'm particularly interested around this region to see just what may become of those storms. There may be a condition to where if these could be isolated in nature, there could be a few quick spin up tornadoes really quickly, and then this will all congealed into a line. And then we'll watch a very similar scenario happen on Wednesday. I think the damaging wind threat increases more then than it does tomorrow. Then on Thursday, looks like the same thing. Actually, that's an interesting look here, because I do see the look of maybe some quasi-linear activity, maybe even this occasional supercellular activity. Hard to say. I see something that's leaning a little bit more towards the kidney bean shape. Yeah. And when I look on this hordeograph here, this does have a significant supercell reading on it. So definitely something to watch here. Again, tornado threat looking minimal, but the damaging wind threat is on the increase. So this all checks out, and even when you look at the wind barbs here, this definitely lends itself towards more of a straight line wind threat. We'll roll this forward here, and when we get into Friday night, into early Friday morning, this storm system clears out, and then we'll be watching towards the plains again towards the end of the week. But all right, quick little video for you guys in regards to severe weather outlook for this week. Still plenty of activity going on there. Not much going on other than that. I mean, it's the same old story. It's hot for everybody. Record high temps for many. We're waiting for this heat wave to end, and nothing really is going on in the tropics right now. When I get updates on any sort of changes, I will be on here as soon as I can to let you guys know. Also, if you guys have been liking what I've been doing, drop me a like, leave me a comment, give me some feedback. I'm trying to figure out some other stuff to do for this channel to really kind of make it my own now. But also, in order to kind of help get the word out, share these videos too. Also, if you are subscribed and you're not seeing my videos, get the bell on. Click the notification bell that's next to the subscription button, just so you don't miss anything. This is all I got though. It's been Tyre Metalhead Weatherman. I'll see you in the next video.